Hey, it's Jay here with Chloe. How you doing,
Hello.
Chloe?
Good, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. Excited to dig into the case study of a Swiss business coach, Ozzin, who worked with the Sensei Masterclass organic system to do 40K in 90 minutes, actually.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's just simply using the principles of the system and clearly having a fantastic offer on the back end as well. So yeah, I understand. Let's sort of kind of get some questions, regarding this particular case study, because I know a lot of people want to know, a bit about it.
Perfect. Okay, so let's start.
Yeah.
Let's start with the basics. Let's go through the process.
Yes. So in terms of this particular client, Ozzin, she had an interest. She's an Instagram influencer, so she's got a large following on Instagram, and we actually met in a mastermind, and then she mentioned that she wanted to try out a masterclass. I'd done a couple of masterclasses beforehand, and she mentioned that she might want to maybe do one at one stage, and then we were in another virtual training for 5 days. Yeah. And then we got into the whole idea. Okay, Ozzin, why don't you do your very own masterclass? So yeah, so I helped her to sort of kind of create it. In terms of the masterclass, we'll go through each stage, and if you've got questions on each stage, let's kind of dig deep all the questions that people might want to have, so we help people get the result.
Sounds great. So Ozzin, she'd done a couple of masterclasses before, is that right?
No, first
she's never done
masterclass. Very first masterclass and stuff. I mean, she has a bit of a following.
Do we know how many followers she has?
26K on Instagram.
Right. Okay. So fairly strong.
Yes. So she's well skilled in that area in terms of the masterclass. But where it started for us, making sure that the offer was clear.
Yes.
Yeah. Her offer was 10K. 10K for to make 10K in 30 days. And so she's working with a range of clients. Any questions in terms of the offer? And the importance
so the offer was to make 10K in 30 days. Who were the clients that she was targeting? Did she have
she had actually a bit of a dilemma, because she's got a big base and maybe some people some people that were maybe on 20K, some people on 3K. But the joy of having the Sensei Masterclass system is that we're not making a sale on the actual masterclass. We're not making a sale there, but we're giving all of the content that's going to help to create belief shifts, that's going to actually help to empower our potential client. And then after the event, we can follow up. So we don't have to make the same offer to everybody at the same time. Maybe we find out the person's situation afterwards. So she was able to help both people who were on the higher end and also the lower end as well. So the 10K offer was a good entry level, but also the ability to help people who might be at 10K or 15K already, basically.
That's fantastic. So she can kind of offer a range of people rather than just a set niche, a set type of person. So she can help you if you're just starting out or if you do have a bit of experience. So that's good.
Yeah. But that's the flexibility of when you add value to everybody. Principles are principles. Mindset's mindset as well. So you need mindset to get from 10K to 50K.
You need it across the board, don't you? Even 7-8 figures. It's all about mindset.
Yeah. So that's that in terms of the offer. So that offer, we coined it and then we got the flyer together. My saying is, whenever you have the flyer for the event, it's like bang, this event's happening. Flyers are out. You go to fiverr.com, you get that ready. I know some people use Canva, but having that crystal offer, because that offer is going to be very important for the next stage of the organic system, which is
Messenger invite.
Messenger invite. So, I mean, of course, there's all sorts of different networks. You have, maybe people have an email list, Facebook group, different sorts of things. But generally speaking, when you're inviting anyone, that offer becomes, what's the word? It becomes like help me out here. When you have a strong offer, it becomes the backbone of your
for people to raise their hand and say, this is what I want, this is what I need. Let's go further.
Yeah. Which is why the offer has to be crystal clear and has to catch attention quickly.
Yes.
That's right. Because if it doesn't get that attention quickly, people could just carry on watching Squid Games. Or eating Nando's or KFC for anyone in America. I'm not sure. Do they have Nando's in America?
I think they do. I think they do, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah. So the messenger invite just allows you to use the offer, invite people in Messenger. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Yeah, get them warmed up, have that touch base.
Yeah. Actually converts Chloe higher than a landing page. If you're in the Messenger inviting people, you get a higher percentage of people turning up than if you simply go to someone's Messenger and you click this link to. There's more resistance. So if you're doing things organically, by going in Messenger and even having a quick conversation, and then dropping the link is a lot more powerful.
I didn't know that, but I suppose that's true. You've got that personalized touch to it rather than just flinging out, the invite to whoever joins.
Yeah,
you've got
personalized touch.
Yes,
yeah. And in terms of this process, you could give yourself 2 days to promote an event. I've done that with a 4-hour event before, where on Wednesday, I just thought I fancy doing a 4-hour event here. And the event was going to be on Saturday. So I think on the Thursday and Friday, I just blocked out time to say, hey, I'm going to just invite some of the people who I know have raised their hands before. I'm going to invite some of the people who have shown an interest in my particular offer.
So using your crafted certain offer, you're able to go back to your kind of warm leads and then kind of advertise and say, "Yep, I've got this offer. I've got this masterclass, 4 hours on Saturday. Who wants to come?"
Yeah,
4 hours is a long time, especially on a Saturday when people just
4 hours is a long time.
Yeah,
but also I see the power of 4. I was just on a 4-hour mastermind with yesterday, Saturday, another Saturday. Yeah, I was 4-hour event. It's based on career, like getting your income up by 7-figure entrepreneur Lindsay. But it's deep. You get deeper transformation in those sorts of 4 hours, and of course, you might be here and there a little bit. Turn your camera off if you have to have some food or something like that. But yeah, 2 days. Messenger invite, you can just get volume going. Of course, you can use your appointment setter if you've got one, or VA. But yeah, that's the magic of having a great offer. Like when you invite people, it becomes very easy to say yes or no.
True. That makes sense.
Yeah. Any more questions in terms of Messenger invite that people might, anything else, that people might want to know?
Nothing at the moment. I suppose it's kind of, it is what it sounds like. It's engaging on Messenger, inviting them, getting them onto the next stage. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah. And believe it or not, the event that I did from scratch Wednesday, so I started to do the flyer on Wednesday. I just got 13 people to that event just because the offer was crystal clear, and I expected people to say yes, no, maybes. That's just how it goes, right? But if you roll the die, you're gonna get some sixes, aren't you?
It's not bad for like a 2-day sort of advertising, 13 people on a Saturday for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that many?
I didn't know what to expect.
Could have just been you.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. But in terms of the organic system, it shows that it can work. You have to be careful in terms of when you invite people though, because obviously Saturdays are going to be family. Some people just have family events on Saturday. They work hard in the week. Saturday's day off, you know?
Yeah. They're precious of their weekend time.
Implementation-based content.
Okay, so what does this mean? What's this all about?
Well, now this is another game changer, actually. The levels of income that you can make are based on 4 levels, okay? So the first level, you are implementing. So the first level, you're implementing. Second level, you are managing. Third level, you are communicating. And the fourth level is to do with imagination. So what we want to do in this particular workshop is to do implementation-based content, but let people use some of the higher levels. Use their imagination to see a newer version of themselves.
I love that implementation. It's one thing just getting someone to show up for 4 hours and listen to you. It's another thing to get them to actually act and have results that they can look at and a takeaway afterwards that they can implement even further if they choose. So that's quite a big game changer for sure.
Yeah, no, agreed. I mean, I think it's one thing having a situation where you can tell someone, hey, you can be a new person. You know, just do this. You can do it. But then by doing an activity where someone can visualize or they do something that might be out of their comfort zone a little bit and they start becoming that new person because they're implementing transformational activities on the call, that's the game changer because people think in a different way.
It's that accountability as well. So it's like, go away, do this task for 5 minutes, and then you'll come back and you'll talk about it with us. You'll talk about it in front of everybody. You'll show us that you've done it.
Yeah.
So then there's no excuses. Then you have to do it. You can't just, there's no excuses.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember a lot of the times where content was simply based on, okay, the 5 tips of how to get there. And then that's it. That's okay. But I guess in terms of the true sense of transformation, by allowing people to transform right there and then that's going to make it a lot easier when you come to have a conversation with them. It's almost as though they're pretty much sold on you already.
Yes.
They're not waiting for some sort of, what's the word? You're not waiting for some sort of, oh, let me try and use this manipulative technique to close them, you know, where it's like the content here answers the objections, gives mindset shifts, gives like the key distinctions on how to get results inside a certain area. If that makes sense. Yeah. So that's the implementation base. Could we go for anything else in terms of what happens in terms of implementation base? Because you've been on a few of these workshops and stuff. Like, what else?
I think it speaks for itself, really. It's basically doing activities and tasks within the call, within the masterclass, seeing the transformation for yourself and in yourself, and just knowing that it's possible if you implement these simple tasks consistently. You've just done it now and proved to yourself it works. It's just sometimes that's all you need. You just need to see that proof for yourself, that transformation for yourself.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I think it's just about getting your piece of paper and saying, hey, look, everyone, what we're going to do is we are going to fold our piece of paper in half, and then we are going to write on one side how we used to be, then write how we are now. You know what I mean? And so that's it. That's an activity.
Yeah, you know? It forces yourself to just take stock of where you are right now. Exactly. Just open your eyes and just see where you want to be. Like, even something as powerful as that. People like to put their head in the sand, but there's no room to hide. No, it's about getting things done.
Yeah. Implementation content. Any more questions on this? Let me go back to you.
That's been covered. That's very interesting. And
next. So Follow up. Follow up.
A big one that a lot of people don't do, but it's very powerful.
Follow up. Might be tempting to just have your say, click on this link and book an appointment. But what if no one books the appointment?
Exactly. You know, you've got these warm leads that you've lost just because there was no touch point afterwards. It's a shame. It's a waste.
Yeah. So it comes down to, I've coined it like no lead left behind.
Like
actually that. Based on I'm not sure if you heard a Kanye West song. Like,
which one?
Well, it's called No Child Left Behind on his new album. You might not have.
I've listened to the new album, but I'm not a fan of all the songs. I don't recognize that one.
Yeah, like he's got a song called No Child Left Behind.
Okay, I'll have to listen to it after this.
And so I just applied. I thought no lead left behind in the sense of, hey, look, even if it's a conversation to say, how did you enjoy the workshop? You know, any takeaways from it? You know, do you want the recording? It's just the ability just to engage with everyone that came on, because it's a different sort of conversation because of the transformative content.
I like that. It's a different sort of conversation. They've been through the masterclass. They've had their eyes open. They've had some value. It's just like, what's next? Let's have another conversation. See how you feel. See where you're at. Go from there.
Yeah, might not necessarily be a fit for maybe doing something further, but that's okay, you know. But for some people, it may be a fit, and so I think it's about having people who might potentially want to work a bit more closer to get the result, basically.
Love that.
So following up with every single lead.
Definitely.
Yeah. In terms of Ozzin, sorry, I think we just need to touch in terms of the implementation content.
Yes.
Yeah. So with Ozzin herself, very mindset driven, just deeply into mindset, and part of me was thinking, Ozzin, you're going a bit too much into the. So I know on the actual course, like, Ozzin, let's get into the content here. But it's true what they say. Like, if it's 50-50, like mindset content, it's almost as though maybe the balance isn't towards too much content. But having mindset-based activities meant that on the follow-up, it's a different. So when she was speaking with people, it was out of, you know, no hard sell, just conversations, just really following up. But also it's like, look, what's your dream? What's your business dream?
So so it was heavy mindset sort of, rather than heavy information, heavy content. Yeah, it was more about you as a person.
Yeah, which makes the follow up a lot easier. It's like, hey, Sally, what's your business? Like, what do you want to do in your business? Okay, what sort of person do you want to grow into? Yeah,
it's more individualized then, because anybody can have the same information and the same content, but not everybody has the same goals. Not everybody has the same dreams. So it's a lot more tailored, individual. It's for you specifically. It's not the same script as everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. Some people might want a different angle, but I guess once they've been on the call, Ozzin was able to sort of kind of have that familiar contact with the 45 people. I'm not sure she followed up with all 45 people, but out of 45 people, of course, numbers game, some people need a new insight. Like, we all need a new insight, right? And
all the time, of course. Always room for more new insights.
And so by focusing, and I know that we spoke a lot about the blue ocean offers. Yeah. So to like break that down, it's about having an offer where there's no substitute. That's the biggest one. So you're listening clearly to what the client wants, what the dreams are, like what the aspirations are, and then in terms of your offer, it's very clearly tailored towards helping and serving in that respect, rather than, you get 55 things.
Yeah.
3 things might be the difference between 10K and 30K. Let's focus on 3 things, please, not 55 things or 100 things.
So Ozzin's type of follow-up about mindset and just speaking to that person as an individual is like that's the blue ocean side of things, where it's unique, it's not done by everybody, but it's very powerful.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, you know, what's your dream? Like, I think if your dream is to, you know, make $100,000 in the next 6 months,
so you can spend time with your family, so you can travel,
yeah,
so you can send your kids to private school, so you
yeah,
can be there. What do you want in your heart? What's your
good.
life's goal?
That sort of connection is a very different connection to closing somebody.
So different, so different. It's that real connection then that it just isn't always there in business, but I think it should be a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, it's tapping into, you know, we speak about the core emotional driver. Like, I think we've done that activity a few times.
We have. That was a brilliant activity. That's still on my wall. I love looking at that every day. Just the whys. I love that.
Going deep into why something is key, and it's not for the money, but as you said, it could be so children could attend private school, children can have the best opportunity, tennis lessons, whatever it is.
That security of your family, and those opportunities and those memories and those activities and those,
So that's the follow-up. People hot, warm, cold.
Yeah.
That might take about a week to do, a week or two to do, just to follow up with everybody. But that's the joy of the event. You've got people who know you so well, and then the final stage is to retarget the workshop training. So once you have the workshop training, you have an asset.
Yes.
So, yeah.
A piece of content that you can now just put anywhere.
Yeah, you could offer it as a lead magnet. You could offer it out to people that missed the conference, start a conversation again. Yep. So really, like once you've got this asset, you're able to use it to spread to more people in order to, what's the word?
Just kind of put yourself out there, target a new set of audiences, send it to kind of cold leads to warm them up slightly. Show yourself as an authority in the industry, put it on your social media. It's quite powerful to have that, to be able to use in a variety of different places.
Yeah, so that's the punchline there. So I know Ozzin sent the replay to a few people. She posted that she did the workshop. Other people in Switzerland start to do masterclasses as well. And so you can have that sort of ripple effect.
Yes, you can.
With different people wanting to potentially work with you and things like this.
Good for her. So just out of curiosity, did anybody that she sent the replay to, she gets on the phone obviously with them as well, just to find out how the replay was?
I think so, yeah, I believe so.
Conversation there too.
Yeah.
So even people that weren't on the event, they can still be part of it. They can still read the rewards with the value, and you can have a chat.
Yeah. Get the positioning as well, you know, in a sense. So any questions on this process in terms of, you know?
So it's pretty simple, really. It's following the stages and just being consistent and just being there, being present, giving value and having conversations. I like that.
That's the key thing. And, you know, on our very first workshop, because we followed the different stages of the workshop of the Sensei system, it became easy. Offer, clearly based on market desire, market need, battle-tested offer. We're not making things up. Messenger invites, offer, clearly in there. Again, making sure. Content, mindset, activities, creating that future version of the person on the call.
On that day.
The journey starts that day. Yeah, not saying you should read this book in 2 hours or 3 hours or, you know, but actually getting the mindset work done.
Yeah.
Follow up, no lead left behind. That becomes a process in itself. Follow up with everyone could have something potentially. Yeah. Then with your asset, retarget that asset because it could be extremely helpful. So yeah. What do you think of this case study, Chloe? What do you think?
I think it's fantastic. It simplifies it. It gives an easy system that anybody can follow, really. You don't have to have an expert or be an expert or have years of even just if you're brand new, this is still something you can do. It's just simple, just easy.
Yeah.
It's about engagement.
100%. So in terms of our client there, we've seen what Ozzin has achieved just by following the simple system. And so if you would like, got it right in the end, if you would like to actually have a conversation about how you could achieve those very results, like using a masterclass system, if you've got an audience, an offer, or even if you need to tweak your offer or need help with the audience, we're very much happy to have a conversation. So send a DM to myself or Chloe, and would be very happy to have a conversation with you regarding how you could use the Sensei Masterclass system in your next event. Yes. Anything else to add to that, Chloe?
I think just the proof is in the pudding. And if you're ready to take it to the next level and just step it up, let's have a conversation. Let's have a chat. Let's see what we can do. You've got nothing to lose.
Brilliant. Exactly. So there we go. Nicely rounded off. Chloe, that's that in terms of the 40K and 90-minute case study. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.